offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Father, a miracle reflects your gifts to me, your Son, and every one I give returns to me, reminding me the law of love is universal. Even here it takes a form, it can be recognized and seen to work. The miracles I give are given back in just the form I need to help me with the problems. Help me with the problems I perceive. Father in heaven, it is different, for there are no needs. But here on earth the miracle is closer to your gifts than any other gift I can give. Then let me give this gift alone today, which born of true forgiveness lights the way that I must travel to remember you. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Peace to all seeking hearts today. The light has come to offer miracles, to bless the tired world. It will find rest today, for we will offer what we have received. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Another way you could think of that, and he kind of elaborates in the text we'll read here in just a moment, which we just sang, that what you're going to do is you're going to give forgiveness to everyone. That's the foundation of a miracle. The miracle is to see the love that's always there, but you can't see the love that's always there if you're holding some kind of judgment. So you got to bring the forgiveness in to get rid of the misperceptions. I don't edit these videos, but I sang that song 3 times, I think 3 or 4. I've done this recording 3 or 4 times, that first song. I have a rule: if I don't do the first song right, I scrap it and do it over. Yeah, I messed up even that time though. But you know, I'm getting better. I've been sick the last 2 or 3 days, but I'm feeling a little better. I'm still a little scratchy throat. Might cough a little bit, blow my nose. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm Forgiveness Willie, forgiveness teacher from the Ozarks, and we're here on lesson 345 of A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version this year, which we'll read again next year, starting with January 1. Be ready to put on your work hat. You know, be ready to actually do what he says to do, which isn't that much. But you know, if you do it, you have the promise of the gift of everything for giving up nothing. Okay, let's see. Lesson 343 here on Tuesday, December the 10th of 2024. 345. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Father, a miracle reflects your gifts to me, your Son. And every one I give returns to me, reminding me the law of love is universal. Even here it takes a form which can be recognized and seen to work. The miracles I give are given back in just the form I need to help me with the problems I perceive. Father, in heaven it is different, for there are no needs in heaven. But here on earth the miracle is closer to your gifts than any other gift that I can give. Then let me give this gift alone today, which, born of true forgiveness, lights the way that I must travel to remember you. You want to see God in your brothers and sisters, which will be your way to God? Well, then practice forgiveness. Don't let there be anything that takes your joy from you. If something's taking your joy from you, there's something to practice forgiveness with. Let everyone be a blessing. Don't stop until you see everyone as beautiful, as perfect, as wonderful. Okay? Then you're seeing God. You're seeing the Christ. Peace to all seeking hearts today. Nice thought. Peace to all seeking hearts today. The light has come to offer miracles to bless the tired world. It will find rest today. The world will find rest today, for we will offer what we have received. Wow, we're going to just give what we've been receiving the goodness of God. Now we're going to give the goodness of God, because we've learned to not hold judgments. When judgment comes up, we remove the judgment with the practice of forgiveness, recognizing what we thought we were seeing that was causing us some kind of discomfort was an illusion, and that we can see everything in a light that brings heaven to earth. Okay, let's see. Let's go back and look at our associated reading. I think we'll read it instead of sing it today. I would encourage you to sing it if you so choose. What is a miracle? A miracle is a correction. It does not create nor really change at all. You can go back to the lesson that I did this, which would have been lesson 341, to get the tune that I use on this one. What is a miracle? A miracle is a correction. It does not create nor really change at all. It merely looks on devastation and reminds the mind that what it sees is false. It undoes error, but does not attempt to go beyond perception, nor exceed the function of forgiveness. Thus it stays within time's limits, yet it paves the way for the return of timelessness and love's awakening. For fear must slip away under the gentle remedy it brings. A miracle contains the gift of grace, for it is given and received as one. And thus it illustrates the law of truth the world does not obey, because it fails entirely to understand its ways. A miracle inverts perception which was upside down before, and thus it ends the strange distortions that were manifest. Now is perception open to the truth. Now is forgiveness seen as justified. Forgiveness is the home of miracles. The eyes of Christ deliver them to all they look upon in mercy and in love. Perception stands corrected in His sight, and what was meant to curse has come to bless. Each lily of forgiveness offers all the world the silent miracle of love, and each is laid before the Word of God upon the universal altar to Creator and creation, in the light of perfect purity and endless joy. The miracle is taken first on faith, because to ask for it implies the mind has been made ready to conceive of what it cannot see and does not understand. Yet faith will bring its witnesses to show that what it rested on is really there, and thus the miracle will justify your faith in it and show it rested on a world more real than what you saw before, a world redeemed from what you thought was there. Miracles fall like drops of healing rain from heaven on a dry and dusty world, where starved and thirsty creatures come to die. Now they have water. Now the world is green. And everywhere the signs of life spring up to show that what is born can never die, for what has life has immortality. Okay, and let's go back and look at our psychotherapy purpose, process, and practice reading. And we're in Chapter 2, Process of Psychotherapy, Roman numeral 7, the ideal patient-therapist relationship. Who then is the therapist and who is the patient? In the end, everyone is both. He who needs healing must heal. Physician, heal thyself. Who else is there to heal? Remember, there's just one of us. And who else is in need of healing? Each patient who comes to a therapist offers him a chance to heal himself. He is therefore his therapist, and every therapist must learn to heal from each patient who comes to him. He thus becomes his patient. God does not know of separation. What he knows is only that he has one Son. His knowledge is reflected in the ideal patient-therapist relationship. God comes to him who calls, and in him he recognizes himself. Paragraph 2. Think carefully, teacher and therapist, for whom you pray and who is in need of healing. For therapy is prayer, and healing is its aim and its result. What is prayer except the joining of minds in a relationship which Christ can enter? This is his home, into which psychotherapy invites him. What is symptom cure? When another is always there to choose. But once Christ enters in, what choice is there except to have him stay? There is no need for more than this, for it is everything. Healing is here, and happiness and peace. These are the, in quotes, symptoms of the ideal patient-therapist relationship, replacing those with which the patient came to ask for help. 3. The process that takes place in this relationship is actually one in which the therapist in his heart tells the patient that all his sins have been forgiven him, along with his own. What could be the difference between healing and forgiveness? Only Christ forgives, knowing his sinlessness. His vision heals perception, and sickness disappears. Nor will it return again once its cause has been removed. This, however, needs the help of a very advanced therapist, capable of joining with the patient in a holy relationship in which all sense of separation finally is overcome. You want to see yourself perfect? Well, then see your brother perfect. Then you'll be a really advanced therapist, giving some real healing. Paragraph 4. For this, one thing and one thing only is required. The therapist in no way confuses himself with God. He's overcome the authority problem. He doesn't confuse himself with God. All, in quotes, unhealed healers make this fundamental confusion in one form or another because they must regard themselves as self-created rather than God-created. This confusion is rarely, if ever, in awareness, or the unhealed healer would instantly become a teacher of God, devoting his life to the function of true healing. Before he reaches this point, he thought he was in charge of the therapeutic process and was therefore responsible for its outcome. He hadn't learned to step back and let God lead the way yet. He thought, this is my job to conduct this therapeutic process the way that I think it ought to be worked out. His patient's error thus became his own failures, and guilt became the cover, dark and strong, for what should be the holiness of Christ. Guilt is inevitable in those who use their judgment in making their decisions. Wow. Guilt is inevitable to those who use their judgment in making their decisions. Wow, that ought to give you some motivation just to listen to the Holy Spirit's guidance instead of trying to calculate what's the right thing to do, using your discrimination and your judgments, your thoughts, you know. Just step back and let the Christ lead you. Just do what he says to do, and don't worry about if you got it figured out or not. You may not have it figured out. He says you might even feel a little bit embarrassed some of the stuff you say and do. But that's okay. Only the ego can be embarrassed anyway. We're trying to get beyond it, aren't we? Guilt is inevitable in those who use their judgment in making their decisions. Guilt is impossible in those through whom the Holy Spirit speaks. Wow. Paragraph 5. The passing of guilt is the true aim of therapy and the obvious aim of forgiveness. The passing of guilt is the true aim of therapy and the obvious aim of forgiveness. In this their oneness can be clearly seen. Yet who could experience the end of guilt who feels responsible for his brother in the role of guide for him? Such a function presupposes a knowledge that no one here can have, a certainty of past, present, and future, and of all the effects that may occur in them. Only from this omniscient point of view would such a role be possible. Yet no perception is omniscient, nor is the tiny self of one alone against the universe able to assume he has such wisdom except in madness. That many therapists are mad is obvious. No unhealed healer can be wholly sane. Paragraph 6. Yet it is as insane not to accept a function God has given you as to invent one he has not. The advanced therapist in no way can ever doubt the power that is in him, nor does he doubt its source. He understands all power in earth and heaven belongs to him because of who he is. And he is this because of his Creator, whose love is in him and who cannot fail. Think what this means. He has the gift of God himself to give away. His patients are God's saints. All your patients are coming to you. There's the saints of God coming to bless you. His patients are God's saints who call upon his sanctity to make it theirs. And as he gives it to them, they behold Christ's shining face as it looks back at them. 7. The insane, thinking they are God, are not afraid. The insane, thinking they are God, and not afraid to offer weakness to God's Son. But what they see in him, because of this, they fear indeed. The unhealed healer cannot but be fearful of his patients and suspect them of the treachery he sees in him. He tries to heal, and thus at times he may, but he will not succeed except to some extent and for a little while. He does not see the Christ in him who calls. What answer can he give to one who seems to be a stranger, alien to the truth and poor in wisdom, without the God who must be given him? Behold your God in him, for what you see will be your answer. 8. Think what the joining of two brothers really means, and then forget the world and all its little triumphs and its dreams of death. The same are one, and nothing now can be remembered of the world of guilt. The room becomes a temple, and the street a stream of stars that brushes lightly past all sickly dreams. Healing is done, for what is perfect needs no healing, and what remains to be forgiven, where there is no sin. In the last paragraph, 9. Be thankful, therapist, that you can see such things as this, if you but understand your proper role. But if you fail in this, you have denied that God created you, and so you will not know you are his son. Who is your brother now? What saints can come to take you home with him? You lost your way. And can you now expect to see him? And can you now expect to see in him an answer that you have refused to give? Heal and be healed. There is no other choice of pathways that can ever lead to peace. Oh, let your patient in, for he has come to you from God. Is not his holiness enough to wake the memory of him? All these patients that are coming to the therapist are actually his saints to lead him home. God's gift. Okay, let's say, so remember today, all through the day, remind yourself, I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Be sure to do your longer practice period, morning and evening, and then every hour of the day, bring that to your memory. Ask God for guidance. Make sure you're at peace. Find something to give thanks for. Try to make that a routine of your day, an hour at the top of every hour, or at some time during the hour. What's going on around the world today? Well, it's a Dewey Decimal System Day. It's when Melville Dewey was born on this day in 1851. Festival for the Souls of Dead Whales Day. Kind of an environmental day to protect the whales and remember conservation. And you know, whales, they can talk for miles underwater. I mean, many, many miles. It's amazing. Communicate through the water. Some people think they may be more intelligent than human beings, along with the other things like dolphins. It wouldn't be surprised to me. I've heard people say that some of them think that the dolphins and maybe whales are like star children from other planets. Yeah, I don't know. Just interesting thoughts, though, isn't it? Human Rights Day and Animal Rights Day. You know, let's just say Sentient Beings Rights Day. Let's think about, put yourself in other people's and other animals' place and try to treat them the way you'd want to be treated. Love your neighbor as yourself. Could you apply that to animals too? That's kind of why I'm a vegan, actually. You don't have to be a vegan to be a Course in Miracles student, though. Jane Addams Day. She won a Nobel Prize for women's suffrage on this day in 1931. She was a social activist from Illinois. Lager Day for lager beers. Those are beers that are brewed in cool temperatures. And Nobel Prize Day. Alfred Nobel, who started the Nobel Prize giving, began this he died on this day in 1896. And then another near-death experience I found is veteran clinically dead for 10 minutes reveals 3 huge secrets. I found it inspiring. His name was Brian Hoyland. He was a psychotherapist and he died of heart failure. And anyway, good story. 18 minutes and 54 seconds. Yeah, you could see that he was learning a lot from his experience, and we can learn from him too. And then out of Seed Savers Exchange, we've got another Brassica oleracea, and this one is the Sicilia Violetto cauliflower. And it says that the Sicilia Violetto, delicious, fresh, or cooked, this Sicilian cauliflower grows deep purple in the garden, but turns green when cooked. The voluminous variety will form side shoots after the main head is cut, so be sure to space plants at least 20 inches apart, as it will get quite large throughout the course of the growing season, 80 days. Okay, and then let's see, our word for peace out of from a tribe in the Amazonian basin in Brazil, the Palmari. And that word means the water's edge, or the water people. The Palmari people, they fishermen and just lived on the river. And their word for peace is jaha. So jaha be with you. Jaha. I like that. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. You know, and if all of us invited one person, we could double our amount of people, and then if we continued to do that and we'd kind of let it be a thing that we just always tried to double, it wouldn't be long we'd reach the whole world with this message. How many generations would it take? Not very many. I think when I say generations, how many multiplications, how many years? Probably 20 or 30 years we'd get most everybody. Wouldn't take long. I haven't done the math to get to 8 billion people, but we don't need to get 8 billion. There's not that. This is A Course Miracles. Everybody needs to get the message, but it'll come in different forms. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Father, a miracle reflects your gift to me, your Son, and every one I give returns to me, reminding me the law of love is universal. Even here it takes a form, it can be recognized and seen to work. The miracles I give are given back in just the form. In just the form I need to help me with the problems I perceive. Father in heaven, it is different. For there are no needs. But here on earth the miracle is closer to your gifts than any other gift I can give. Then let me give this gift alone today, which, born of true forgiveness, lights the way that I must travel to remember you. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. Peace to all seeking hearts today. The light has come to offer miracles, to bless the tired world. It will find rest today, for we will offer what we have received. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me, returned to me. I offer only miracles today. I offer only forgiveness today, for I would want miracles returned to me. I want forgiveness returned to me. I want love returned to me. So I'm going to give love today. No judgments. I offer only miracles today, for I would have them be returned to me. VII jaha.